We've all seen countless lists of the most harmful foods to avoid, and we've all heard about those unhealthy processed snacks. But today I want to talk about something a bit different. There are certain foods that are generally considered healthy, but eating them every single day could actually harm your health. You might be surprised by this twist, but it's true. Everything in moderation is key. In this video, I'm going to share 5 foods that are typically good for you, but if consumed daily, might end up causing more harm than good. Stick around until the end to find out which foods they are and why they might be doing more damage than you think. And before we dive in, make sure to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you don't miss out on future tips and advice. Rice. Rice is undoubtedly one of the most versatile foods, and it's not just popular in one part of the world, but globally. It can be used in everything from savory dishes to desserts, making it a kitchen essential. But when it comes to eating rice every single day, the problem lies in its lack of fiber, particularly white rice. Without the fiber found in brown rice, white rice is digested quickly, leading to rapid spikes in blood sugar. This spike may not seem like a big deal at first, but if it becomes a daily occurrence, it can lead to chronic inflammation in the body. Chronic inflammation is one of the leading contributors to a variety of age-related diseases, such as diabetes, heart disease, and arthritis. So, while rice is a great source of quick energy, consuming it on a daily basis might start to affect your metabolism in the long run, especially as you age. Another concern is the risk of accumulating arsenic in the body. Arsenic is a naturally occurring element that is present in small amounts in many foods, but rice tends to absorb more arsenic from the soil compared to other crops. Regular consumption of rice, particularly in large quantities, can gradually increase your exposure to this toxin, which could have negative effects on your health over time. It's important to remember that rice isn't inherently bad for you. In fact, it can provide essential nutrients, like magnesium, selenium, and B vitamins. The key here is moderation. Opt for variety when it comes to your carbohydrate sources. If you love rice, switch things up by incorporating whole grains such as quinoa or oats. These are not only lower in glycemic index, but also offer more fiber, helping to keep your digestive system in balance. If you enjoy rice on a daily basis, consider balancing it with vegetables, lean proteins, and healthy fats to ensure your meal remains nutritious and well-rounded. Also, be mindful of your portion sizes. A little rice can go a long way, and it doesn't need to be the main feature of every meal. Eggs. Eggs are one of those foods that many of us turn to for a quick and nutritious meal. They're a fantastic source of high-quality protein, essential vitamins like B12 and vitamin D, and minerals like calcium and iron. They also provide healthy fats and are rich in choline, an important nutrient for brain health. But even though eggs are packed with so many benefits, eating them every day, particularly in large amounts, might not be the best option for your long-term health. Let's talk about cholesterol for a moment. Eggs, especially the yolks, are notorious for their high cholesterol content. While cholesterol itself isn't inherently harmful, the body needs it for various functions. Consuming too much cholesterol can lead to higher levels of LDL, low-density lipoprotein, commonly referred to as bad cholesterol. This can increase the risk of plaque buildup in the arteries, which in turn raises the risk of heart disease, stroke, and other cardiovascular issues. But there's more to it. When you eat eggs every day, you're also consuming a significant amount of choline. While choline is crucial for cognitive function, too much of it can have adverse effects on health. Research has found that excessive choline intake can lead to a higher risk of developing cardiovascular issues, particularly in people who are genetically predisposed to it. Studies also suggest that consuming more than 1 egg a day may increase the levels of trimethylamine N-oxide, TMAO, in the body, a compound that's linked to a higher risk of heart disease. Another potential downside to eating eggs daily is their impact on life expectancy. Some studies have found that people who consume more than 1 egg a day have a shorter lifespan compared to those who eat them in moderation. While this isn't conclusive proof, it does suggest that moderation is key when it comes to incorporating eggs into your diet. Now, don't get me wrong, eggs can absolutely be part of a healthy diet, and there are ways to enjoy them without overdoing it. It's about being mindful of how often you eat them. Most experts recommend no more than 3 to 4 eggs per week. If you love eggs but want to be cautious about cholesterol, consider sticking to egg whites, which are a great source of protein without the cholesterol found in the yolk. Additionally, it's important to note that not all eggs are created equal. Opt for organic, free-range eggs whenever possible, as they contain more nutrients and fewer potentially harmful additives like hormones and antibiotics. They also tend to have a healthier balance of omega-3 fatty acids, which can benefit heart health and reduce inflammation. The takeaway here is simple. Eggs are incredibly nutritious, but moderation is essential. By consuming them in limited quantities and balancing them with other sources of protein, you can enjoy the health benefits without worrying about the potential drawbacks. Red meat. Red meat, including beef, lamb, and pork, is often considered a great source of protein and essential nutrients like iron, zinc, and B vitamins. It's a staple in many diets around the world, and for good reason. Red meat helps support muscle growth, strengthens bones, and boosts energy levels. But when it comes to eating red meat on a daily basis, there are some concerns that can't be ignored. One of the biggest issues with consuming red meat regularly is its tendency to put a lot of strain on your digestive system. Red meat takes a long time to break down in the stomach, sometimes taking anywhere from 6 to 8 hours to fully digest. Compare that with lighter, quicker-to-digest foods like fruits or vegetables, which can pass through your system much faster. If you eat red meat too often, your stomach can become overloaded, leading to slower digestion, discomfort, and bloating. This can cause gas buildup and, over time, may increase the risk of digestive issues like acid reflux, gastritis, and even ulcers. But that's not all. There's also the matter of the inflammatory effect of red meat. When red meat is digested, it can contribute to the production of harmful compounds in the body, like advanced glycation end products, AGEs. These compounds can trigger inflammation, which is a major contributor to many chronic diseases, such as heart disease, diabetes, and arthritis. As we age, the body's ability to handle inflammation diminishes, making it even more crucial to avoid too much red meat in your diet. Another important factor to consider is the potential cancer risk associated with red meat. Studies have shown that consuming large amounts of red meat, especially processed meats like sausages, bacon, and hot dogs, can increase the risk of colorectal cancer. In fact, recent research suggests that regularly eating red meat in excess of 350 grams per week can elevate the risk of developing this type of cancer by as much as 18%. While red meat can certainly be part of a healthy diet, it's important not to overdo it, especially if you're concerned about long-term health risks. Moderation is key here. If you enjoy red meat, aim to eat it only a few times a week, rather than every day. By reducing your intake and balancing your diet with other protein sources like poultry, fish, beans, and plant-based proteins, you can ensure that you're still getting the benefits of protein without increasing your risk of inflammation or other health problems. If you're particularly fond of meat, consider opting for leaner cuts of beef or poultry, which are lower in saturated fat and easier on your digestive system. Fish, especially fatty fish like salmon and mackerel, is also an excellent source of protein and offers healthy omega-3 fatty acids, which can help reduce inflammation and improve heart health. In conclusion, red meat can certainly be part of a healthy diet, but it should be consumed in moderation. When eaten too frequently, the negative effects on your digestion, inflammation levels, and long-term health risks can outweigh the benefits. By enjoying red meat a couple of times a week and focusing on a more varied protein intake, you can maintain a balanced diet while also protecting your health in the long run. Potatoes. Potatoes are one of the most widely consumed foods in the world. Whether mashed, baked, roasted, or fried, they're a comfort food for many people. Packed with carbohydrates, they provide a quick source of energy and can be part of a balanced meal. But just like many of the other foods we've discussed, potatoes have their downsides when eaten too often. One of the biggest concerns with potatoes is their high glycemic index, which measures how quickly a food raises blood sugar levels. Potatoes, especially white potatoes, have a glycemic index higher than even refined sugar. This means that when you eat potatoes, your blood sugar levels spike quickly, and this can lead to rapid insulin production. Over time, frequent spikes in insulin can contribute to insulin resistance, which is a precursor to type 2 diabetes. The high glycemic index of potatoes can also cause inflammation in the body, which plays a major role in the development of chronic diseases, such as heart disease, arthritis, and even cognitive decline as we age. But it's not just the glycemic index that makes potatoes potentially harmful when eaten every day. Potatoes are also rich in starch, which is a type of carbohydrate that the body has difficulty digesting in large amounts. Too much starch can lead to bloating, gas, and digestive discomfort, making it harder for your digestive system to absorb other vital nutrients. The starch in potatoes can also interfere with the absorption of iodine, which is essential for thyroid function. This can contribute to thyroid issues over time, especially in people who already have low iodine levels in their diet. Another issue is that when potatoes are cooked at high temperatures, particularly when fried or baked at high heat, they produce a compound called acrylamide. This substance has been linked to an increased risk of cancer. While acrylamide is found in many carbohydrate-rich foods when exposed to high heat, potatoes are particularly susceptible. The more you fry or bake potatoes at high temperatures, the more acrylamide they will contain, which means that regularly eating fried potatoes, such as French fries or potato chips, can significantly increase your cancer risk over time. The solution here is not to eliminate potatoes from your diet completely, but to enjoy them in moderation. You don't need to eat potatoes every day to reap their benefits. Instead, try to limit your intake to a couple of times a week and opt for healthier cooking methods like boiling or steaming, rather than frying. If you enjoy fried potatoes, try air frying them at a lower temperature to reduce acrylamide formation. Additionally, when you do eat potatoes, consider switching to varieties with a lower glycemic index, such as sweet potatoes. Sweet potatoes are rich in fiber and have a much gentler effect on your blood sugar levels. They're also packed with antioxidants, vitamins, and minerals that can benefit your health in numerous ways. Lastly, remember that portion control is key. A small serving of potatoes can be part of a balanced meal, but eating large quantities on a daily basis can lead to the negative effects we've discussed. If you're looking to maintain healthy blood sugar levels and support your overall health, balance potatoes with other vegetables and fiber-rich foods to create a more balanced diet. Dairy products including milk, cheese, and yogurt are often considered essential for strong bones and overall health. They're rich in calcium, vitamin D, and protein, all of which are crucial for maintaining healthy bones, teeth, and muscles. But despite their impressive nutrient profile, dairy products may not be something you should consume every day, especially as you age. Let's explore why. One of the biggest concerns with eating dairy products regularly is lactose intolerance. As we get older, many people begin to lose the ability to properly digest lactose, the sugar found in milk. This can lead to digestive discomfort, such as bloating, diarrhea, and gas. While lactose intolerance is more common in certain populations, it affects a significant portion of the adult population, and consuming dairy products every day can cause unwanted digestive issues. Even if you're not lactose intolerant, dairy can still cause problems for some people. For instance, dairy is known to be an inflammatory food for some individuals, especially if they have sensitivities to proteins like casein and whey, which are found in milk and cheese. Chronic inflammation can contribute to conditions such as arthritis, heart disease, and even acne. If you notice joint pain, digestive discomfort, or skin issues after eating dairy, it could be a sign that your body isn't reacting well to it. Another consideration is the fat content in full-fat dairy products. While dairy fat contains beneficial nutrients like omega-3s, consuming large amounts of high-fat dairy every day can contribute to high cholesterol levels and increased risk of cardiovascular disease. This is especially concerning for individuals who already have high cholesterol or are at risk of heart disease. It's important to be mindful of the types of dairy you consume. Opting for lower-fat options like skim milk, low-fat cheese, or yogurt can help reduce the intake of saturated fats while still providing the beneficial nutrients dairy has to offer. There's also the issue of hormones and antibiotics. Many dairy products on the market today come from cows that are treated with hormones and antibiotics to increase milk production and prevent infections. While these substances are generally considered safe for consumption in small amounts, over time, they may affect your health. Some research has linked hormone exposure from dairy to hormonal imbalances, particularly in women, which could lead to issues like breast cancer or infertility. To avoid this, it's best to choose organic, hormone-free dairy products when possible. Finally, dairy consumption can be problematic for individuals with certain skin conditions, such as acne. Studies have shown that milk, particularly skim milk, can exacerbate acne breakouts in some individuals due to its impact on insulin levels and the production of certain hormones that influence skin health. In moderation, dairy products can be part of a healthy diet, but it's important to listen to your body and choose the right type of dairy for your needs. If you experience digestive issues, inflammation, or skin problems after consuming dairy, it may be worth cutting back and exploring alternatives such as almond milk, coconut milk, or plant-based yogurts. These alternatives are often easier on the digestive system and may provide similar nutritional benefits without the potential drawbacks. The bottom line here is that dairy can be incredibly beneficial when consumed in moderation, but overdoing it every day may lead to unwanted health issues, especially as you age. Make sure to balance dairy intake with other nutrient-dense foods like leafy greens, nuts, and seeds to get all the nutrients your body needs without overloading on any one food group. And there you have it. 5 seemingly healthy foods that could be doing more harm than good if eaten every day. The key takeaway is that moderation is crucial when it comes to our diet. Even the most nutritious foods can have negative effects if consumed too frequently. So it's important to listen to your body and balance your meals. I hope you found this video helpful, and now you have a better understanding of how to make smarter choices for your health. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to hit that subscribe button and ring the bell so you'll never miss an update. I have plenty more tips coming your way that you won't want to miss. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.